Now, this is astronomically unlikely. It's practically impossible, but it's not literally impossible. The chance isn't zero. There is still an above 0% chance that with a 90% win rate, you could lose 100 trades in a row. Now, you would be the most unlucky human being in the history of the planet, but it's important to understand the theory behind these numbers and to understand the importance of risk management. 90% is a win rate no one can achieve. But even 60%, most traders get a false sense of security and confidence, thinking that just because they win more trades than they lose, then the chances of them encountering a really bad losing streak are so unlikely that they don't plan for it, they don't expect it, and this can be a lot of traders' undoing. So I have a spreadsheet here. There'll be a link to this below in the video description. Using the core probability theory mathematics, we have a sample size of 1,000 trades here. And this table here represents the maximum theoretical losing streak over this sample size. Here's the formula for how I'm calculating this table. Again, I got this formula from Nick Raj, and it's based on probabilistic theory. So this formula is good at estimating losing streaks over large sample sizes. It really just gives us a ballpark figure, a realistic, reasonable estimation of the kind of losing streak we can expect to experience with that win rate at some point. I also have this expectancy spreadsheet, which I'll explain more about later. I've inverted my screen here to keep this dark because the presentation is dark. But if you make a copy of this spreadsheet, there'll be a link below. You can play around with these numbers up here and see how different risk-reward ratios and win rates and risk per trade affect your edge and money management outcomes. The lower the sample size, the lower the chance of the losing streak, because we have such a small sample size that the chances of a bad losing streak occurring are reduced. But if we have 1,000 or more, even with a 90% win rate, we could lose 3 trades in a row over 1,000 trades. If we go up to 1,000,000 trades, now that number jumps up to 6. So you can see to get this to be 100, I don't know what number we would have to put in here, but it would be pretty big. So the chances are minimal, but they're not zero. And so with 1,000 trade sample size and a 60% win rate, you can expect at some point to lose 8 trades in a row. That is not an unreasonable expectation. That is within the realms of reasonable probability. And so be prepared for that. If you're risking 2 or 3% per trade, can you stomach losing 16% or 30% of your capital when this losing streak inevitably occurs?